Ahead tonight, police on the scene of a robbery and shooting. We've got the latest on the two brazen acts.
What's being attributed to a 28% drop in crime in select areas, we'll tell you.
And after 2 days of trials, the Carifta track and field team has been named. We've got the full breakdown. The National Report starts now.
Now in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This segment of the news is brought to you by BTC, powered by Lime.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kendino Knowles.
I'm Keish Latterly. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
From a brazen shooting to a daring daylight robbery, police had their hands full today investigating the two matters this morning.
Our Charisma Robinson tells us that police are now on an all-out manhunt for the male suspect who shot at two men in traffic and two other suspects who reportedly robbed a shop manager in broad daylight.
Crime scene investigators, two wrecked vehicles, and a few bystanders were all that was left on the scene of that shooting on Taylor Street this morning when our news team arrived. Police say gunshots and bullets like the one that ended up shattering the front window of the Phoenix Chinese restaurant not too far from the crime scene were fired around 10 a.m.
We can tell you that a gold Honda Civic vehicle was traveling through here with two male occupants inside when they were fired upon by a lone gunman.
The occupants of that gold Honda Civic were attempting to get away, but they ended up colliding with another vehicle. Police say the driver, who was shot multiple times, is in critical condition. His passenger seriously injured from the impact of the crash.
This gunman appeared to be invisible in the area. We know residents in the area. We can assure you that whatever information will be kept in the strictest confidence. We want to make these areas safe, but we cannot do it alone.
Officer in charge of urban renewal, Superintendent Stephen Dean, says the fact that this incident happened in broad daylight is concerning. Police were conducting a walkabout not too far away when the shooting happened.
That could have been anyone's life, could have been lost this morning in this is just an open field. So it really is major concern. And I'm going to tell you, this is nothing that the police is resting on. That's why we are out in full force into these communities.
Now, just minutes after leaving the scene of that shooting, our news team got another call on a robbery in progress over at the work center here on 5th Terrace.
I just pulled the car up to take deposit. I got the money and he pulled up right behind me, jumped out. He had a driver. He said, "Don't move," yucked the bag out of my hand, jumped in the car and was gone.
Hansen, who was visibly shaken up, could barely find his words. He says it all happened so quickly.
I didn't really get a good look at him.
Shaken up, huh?
Yeah, well, I was just more in shock because it was that fast, and he was literally grabbed it and in the car, and the car was moving by the time he jumped in and they were gone.
Did you see a gun or anything?
I didn't see one. It doesn't mean there wasn't one being pointed at me, and I wasn't going to take that chance.
Now Hansen believes the culprits were watching him and was not able to say how much money they got away with. After what happened, he says security will have to be brought in. Charisma Robinson, ZNS Network News.
Officers of the Southern Division conducting a walkabout in that community today. The officer in charge of the Southern Police Station, Superintendent Tommy LaRota, says the initiative is all in an effort to curb crime of opportunity and as well as petty crimes in the area.
In the past few weeks, we had noticed that a lot of crime were committed due to crime of opportunities, whereas persons will leave their vehicles unlocked or their houses unsecured. And we noticed that persons just walk past and just snatch stuff out of their vehicles and stuff like that. So we are so happy this morning to be able to go around and warn persons to convey this message to them that, try to be more safer and secure your vehicles and your home. This will also cut down a lot of the petty crime and stuff in the area and the crime of opportunity. also the visibility of the police. People see that we are serious and we are concerned about their welfare and their safety.
Urban Renewal Head Superintendent Stephen Dean noting that the increased visibility of police officers along with community initiatives in the inner city has resulted in crimes being down some 28% in all categories.
We still have a challenge in our areas with armed robberies. That's a countrywide. We still have that challenge. But I can tell you, in these inner cities, when we look at all the murders that completed the last 6 months of last year, when Urban Renewal was here, I'm just talking about that comparative time, we can say that the crime is down in homicides, the crime is down in the house break-ins. They are down in these particular areas. We're not saying the entire New Providence. I can say the 9 areas that Urban Renewal is in. We can say that crime has dropped. We see a tremendous decrease. We believe because it's police visibility and the programs that is being instituted.
The Bahamas Union of Teachers election set for this summer, and this is the 12-member team Restoration Alliance, which believes it's ready to take over the BUT and is confident of a win when elections take place in June. Stephen McPhee is heading the team and is vying for president. He says the time has come to rebuild the union and restore leadership and integrity. He says his team is in no competition with incumbent Belinda Wilson and that the union's largest flaw as of late has been a matter of trust.
Finances is the biggest area of concern. Outside of providing members with benefits, and the organizational structure allows for these 15 persons who are empowered to serve the members to use the 5250, which is dues, to return that into benefits to push back down to the members. What we have at present is 5250 coming up from 3,000 plus members, and it's not being used to the benefit of the membership. Training is on an all-time low. We have a lot of members who are in schools. We have serving shop stewards, extended executive arms of the organization who are not even aware of what the policies are because training is on an all-time low.
McPhee says the campaign will intensify over the next few weeks leading into the majority of the Family Islands and will even include for the first time a presidential debate. McPhee says the membership of the union is concerned about a number of issues and his team, which has many years of experience under its belt, plans to correct those issues should it be elected.
One of the things main on our platform is to improve the economic benefits of the members. Thirdly, we would like to champion the professional obligations of the membership, and that's by way of training, seminars, educational experiences to widen and broaden the opportunities that are made available for membership to be trained. If we're talking about moving our country into 21st century education, these are things that we must consider. That is the membership who is going to move education in this country, and so we need to provide all opportunities and make opportunities available for training.
In our first look at weather, we have a front system approaching the northwest Bahamas, but outside of our studios just now, we have just a few clouds, temperatures 76 degrees, relative humidity 69%. Your winds are out of the southeast at 8 knots, barometric pressure 1,016.0 millibars or 30.00 inches, and it is falling. But stay tuned, temperatures from around the Family Islands, travel and boating forecast is still to come.
Well, still to come tonight, the alleged message on the cutlass found in the home of murdered volunteer Nellie Brown. Our Fern Carey has the latest coming up.
And running to a championship. The Carifta Championship team is named. The full breakdown coming up. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Lux Men's Warehouse.